everybody, Glad Dad back in the booth, feeling better this week. As you can tell, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to get race number 5 here of the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds Truck Series underway. Let's head down trackside. We've got a lot of drivers here tonight. So let's take a look at some of the drivers we've got on track right now. We've got Ronnie Welchel out there. There we go. From Hiawassee, Georgia. And this guy's been fast for the last couple of weeks. It's Timothy Boyce. Joshua Yarbrough out here, trying to make it happen tonight in Charlotte. Sigel Oliver getting out on track. It's turned about 25 laps here in practice, but we just got a couple of minutes here. Josh Newman's out here. And Jeff Trapasso. Glad to have Jeff back out here with us. And the guy going for the championship. Oh, he's loose. Carson Youngblood. Kyle Barrington. That guy's been fast as well. Sean Wilson out here. And that makes 32 drivers for tonight. Charles Wilson getting out on track. Brandon Brock. And Terry Litweiler. And this guy, that flying 24 machine of David Vodicka. And let's take a look here real quick at, if I can pull him up. Yeah, there we go. Ian Montrose leading the points with Carson Youngblood sitting 2 points back. Joshua Yarbrough in third with Eric Johnson fourth and Brandon Brock fifth. So pretty powerful top 5 here. But don't take these other guys out of the race like Drew Calvert. He's been fast. He's been consistent here in season 4. Robert Tibbs sitting back in 7th with Josh Yarbrough in 8th. Tied for 19th gear, Brian Zimmer. And you got some other guys back here that are pretty hungry, like Rob Hamilton, Ronnie Hurst. Brian Zimmer's had some good runs here in season 4, so I'm looking for Brian Zimmer to kind of crack into that top 5 as we go a little bit further. I mean, he's sitting 4th fastest on track right now. Got about 1 minute here. Man, look at all we need to get to all these subs. Holy moly, folks. What are y'all doing? Gaming Cowboy gifting a bunch of subs to people. Man, I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. Brock the Troll just resubscribed for Tier 1 for 3 months. Doc Redbeard just followed. Thanks for the follow. Hubert Johnson just resubscribed. 6-month streak. And Rob Hamilton Gaming just gifted Doc Redbeard a Tier 1 subscription. How about that? Let's go, boys and girls. You don't say there, bro. Hot and slick. Oh, man. I like that. I like a challenge, and I like it when the track kind of transforms or transcends from slick to tight or loose to tight. Yeah, definitely. 8X time tonight. What? Oh, you better believe it. It's definitely okay to be an outcast. Also, the track usage is pretty high. Oh, I love, man. For league races, I'm just going to tell you, For league races, I absolutely love track usage being high. It allows you to just kind of slip around. And with the track usage being high, you can really get on that right rear. Really get on the rear of the trucks. All right, folks, qualifying's kicked off here. So who's going to be our first victim, our first challenger tonight? Oh, looks like it's going to be this cat right here. Steve Giberson. Which in the Twitch, he goes by Gabi Moto. Corvallis, Oregon. Oh, he's all the way at the top of the track. He's going to try to do this in one run here. One lap. Coming out of turn 4 to start that lap. Blair Jolie getting out here. And the Toe Mater from Denton, Texas, James Greeny. He's out there. Oh yeah, Gaming Cowboy be giving them subs left and right. And that's him on the track right now, Gaming Cowboy. Cody Sugal-Oliver, currently fastest on track. Oh, nope. Robert Day takes the spot away. And now Ronnie Welchel to the top of the spot. Man, oh man, we got some shuffling going on. 30.55. Who's going to beat that? Welcome in, Timmy. Welcome in. Ronnie Welchel driving that new Dodge Ram here that iRacing just introduced to the sim here. And he's also carrying the title sponsor for this series, which is Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. Appreciate Ronnie and all the admins over there at Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds for allowing us to do this every Tuesday. Jeff Trapasso's already got his lap, and here comes Giancarlo Yarbrough. Warming his tires up. Robert Tibbs coming down the backstretch to complete his second lap. What's going on, Luke Conklin? Robert Tibbs crossing the start-finish line. Where's that going to put Tibbs? Ooh, up to third place. I hear you. Aaron Sellers. Oh, man, I ain't seen this name in forever. Bringing that 88 back to the track. Aaron Sellers been too busy picking the guitar instead of picking up that sim. And Montrose coming to complete his second lap. Currently 6th fastest. Where's that going to put Montrose? He's going to stay 6th here. Oh, look at this guy. Drew Calvert taking the top. And Josh Yarbrough in second now. Tim Freet, currently 17th fastest. David Vodka out here. Coming out of turn number 4 for David Vodka. It's going to be a good lap for David. Yes, it is. Up to 4th. Up 4 spots from 8th to 4th. And now we got none other than Charles Wilson on track. Oh, in the wall for Wilson. 6th fastest right now, and that's going to have to count for him. Rob Hamilton out here. So going to see currently he's 20th right now on his second lap. Definitely, he's trending definitely faster here. First lap with a 31.25. What's this going to be? 30.68 up to 13th. Great job there for Rob Hamilton. And now we've got this guy that he's got to grab his win here in season 4. Brian Zemer, this guy's been fast. I'm going to start his first lap here. Got really good momentum here. Out of 4. That should carry. Adding the throttle just a little bit there. We're going to see, does that hurt his time? As of now, 16th fastest. Terry Litweiler rolling out. Oh, Ronnie Hurst to the top. Kicked off Drew Calvert for the lead. 30.3 though, that's pretty impressive time. Good bit of 4s, only 3. Zemer up to 11th now. Pit. Coming out of turn 4 for Mr. Litweiler. What's it going to be? Not a great lap there for Terry on that first one. 18th fastest right now. Josh Newman coming out of turn 4. What's it going to be for Josh? He's been a pretty good terror this season here at Outcast. A little slower in a second lap though. Kel Peterson on the backstretch for his second lap. Pop it. Let's see what time Kel's going to show. It should be pretty fast. No. 15th quickest there for Kel. And let's see, we got Eric Johnson out here. First lap complete for Johnson. Johnson's always a second lap kind of guy. People watching, and we're only in qualifying? Good gravy. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Across the line for Big Johnson. First, top of the board for Eric Johnson. And last but not least, we've got Brandon Brock crossing the start-finish line. Is he going to best Eric Johnson's time? No, he's not. Not even close. 12th fastest there for Brock. So only 2 drivers here in the 30.3s. And so we got 10 seconds here. Everybody in the chat, I need to know who our picks are for tonight. Who do we have? And I don't want to see any of this, anyone but the 18. You know, he reminds me of Kyle Busch a lot. You know, the more you hate him, the better he runs, just to make you mad. All right, looks like we're getting down time to grid. Look, if you guys are excited as I am. All right, folks, you know what time it is? Starting on the pole tonight, the 18, Eric Johnson. Starting on his outside, the 22 of Ronnie Hurst. Row number 2 is going to go to that 71 machine to Terry Litweiler in third, with Drew Calvert in the 43 in P number 4. Row 3, Josh Yarbrough, Aaron Sellers. Row 4, Ryan Fuchs and David Vodicka. Row 5, Robert Tibbs and Theory. Row 6, Charles Wilson, Brandon Brock. In row number 7, Sean Wilson with Ronnie Welchel. Row 8, Ian Montrose, Brian Zimmer. Row 9, John Mateo with Kel Peterson. Row number 10, Kyle Barrington, Robert Day. Rob Hamilton and Josh Newman starting on row 11. Row 12, Jordan Massey, Steve Giberson. Row 13, Cody Sigel Oliver with Carson Youngblood. Row 14, Jeff Trapasso, James Greeny. Row 15, David DeVale with Blair Jolie. Row 16, Tim Freet, Timothy Boyce. And the pace car lights are still up here. So let's take a look here at your race info for tonight. Race number 5 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's give you a race rundown. Race distance tonight, 107 laps, 2 tires over the wall, 3 green white checkered attempts, and fuel window is going to be about 30 laps here with a 64% fuel capacity. It's going to be an exciting night tonight, that's for sure. Pace car lights are off as they go 2 by 2 by 2, just like Noah's Ark. These animals are going to send it out of turn 4 for the first time tonight. So let's reach up there virtually. Let's grab those belts, those imaginary belts. Let's pull them tight, because we're going green flag racing here at Charlotte. As Jared Waltrip always says, here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. The 22 and the 18 tied to the doors. And they sail it off down into turn number 1. Terry Litweiler on the bottom. Eric Johnson's going to take the lead. As Drew Calvert going to lose a spot here, or lose that momentum he had on the bottom side. Now here comes Ronnie Hurst battling for the lead. As they go side by side, coming out of turn number 2. Is Eric going to let him have it here? Oh, Eric Johnson had to let out just a little bit. Ronnie Hurst now in the command. Charles Wilson started 11th, running 11th right now, single filed out. A lot of these guys single filed out. There's a few too wide though. Let's take Brandon Brock for instance. He's already down 3 spots. Getting it figured out here. No caution though. Ryan Fuchs just ran the fastest lap of the race. Yarbrough working his way on the outside. He's liking the outside, but I don't think he's got a choice, as he is almost up against that wall. Staying up out of the way. He's playing it safe right now. He's like, oh no, I don't want to be down there battling that stuff. Ed Theory now with the fastest lap. Ed Theory just started 10th, running 10th here. And let's take a look up front as Drew Calvert now is trying to do something with the lead here. Trying to take it from Ronnie Hurst. He thought about doing a slide jump here. Didn't have it cleared. Now Ronnie back on the outside. Drew Calvert all the way on the bottom. Oh, who do we have back here? Somebody's all weeble wobbled back here. Not sure exactly who that was. As Robert Tibbs stuck 3 wide in the middle. Ronnie Welchel battling with Charles Wilson and Brian Zemer. Zemer had to back out of it. That's going to put Charles getting past by the 62 and by the 55. Zemer up some spots, and Terry Litweiler dropping. Ronnie Welchel is on the move, folks. Up inside the top 10 now. Those 4 spots he just gained are the ones you just seen live. So he's definitely on the move. Let's get on board here with Ronnie Welchel. Committed to that bottom. Oh, as we've got a caution out. Oh, looks like Guy B. Moto, also known as Steve Giberson, Looks like he had a problem here. Let's take a look. Looks like him and Kyle Barrington got together. Gonna take a look at it one more time here. Oh, looks like Barrington just come off the wall and got into the right rear of the 60. And around he goes. He's got some damage on the front though. To pit or not to pit? That's the question. We're looking at 10 laps here, so. As Drew Calvert down pit road. Uh-oh, we got some strategy play. Crash can racing. The only two decided to stay out. Josh Yarbrough and Ronnie Hurst. Everybody else down pit road to get some fuel. Interesting strategy from the 22 and the 77. JKKSR in the chat. LFG. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. If you know, you know. As we're going to go getting this going again. So it's going to be Ronnie Hurst starting on the inside front row. Josh Yarbrough to his outside. Those are teammates. And then row 2, Drew Calvert, Eric Johnson. Row 3, Aaron Sellers, Ryan Fuchs, Robert Tibbs, Ed Theory in row 4, and Brian Zemer, David Vodka in row 5. And looks like Kel Peterson just received a black flag for entering closed pits, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. Madman Game at 420, first time chatter. Yeah, good racing so far. Oh man, when you get attached here to the Outcast Motorsports guys, whether it's their Tuesday night truck series or their Thursday night Gen 6 series, the racing is always really, really good. Now, some accidents can't be helped, you know, like they do in real life, but for the most part, it's clean. All right, pace car's off. Here we go to the green flag. Robert Tibbs with a good jump. I mean, not Robert Tibbs, I'm sorry. Ronnie Hurst with a good jump. As the caution's going to come back out. Josh Newman, something happened to Josh Newman. It looks like he jumped to the pits, something like that. No, he's been in the pits. So let's take a look here. What happened? So looking above James Greeny, he's at bottom left, right behind the red 10 of Ian Montrose. Boom. An accordion effect. Exactly what happened. No real damage to speak of. Miss Tibble in the chat, shake and bake. The only shake and bake we know of, Miss Tibble, around this household is the chicken. Shake and bake. We love us some shake and bake around here. And correct me if I'm wrong. I may be seeing things. My wife said there's something wrong with me. But last time we were under caution, the sun was going down. Now the lights are on the pace car. It's getting dark quick. As we're going to go around one more time here. And the field's pretty much the same, because the caution came out before they even come across the start finish line. So everybody got their spots back. JKKSR gifted KWG Jordan with a 10-1 subscription. I hear you. Couple of gifts. Got 69 bits from the Johnson. I'm surprised he's not sending me 18 bits. All right, we're going to go green this time now. And I have a feeling it's going to be a nice long run to a green flag stop. Pace cars in. Here we go. Trash can racing on the front row. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Drew Calvert taking over the second spot here. Josh Yarbrough falling to third, and looks like the top 7 or so single filed out now. That's the 47 of Sean Wilson. Trying to do something with the 60. Carson Youngblood moving up 14 spots. On board with Carson here. Let's see. Looking underneath Giberson. Oh! We was on board for that one as Robert Tibbs, or maybe that wasn't Robert Tibbs. Their trucks look similar, but I know it was Charles Wilson tangled up with somebody. Take a look here. Yeah, Sean Wilson. Oh, Eric Johnson involved. Some others. David Vodka. Carson Youngblood saw that, checked up. That young man has got a head swiveling tonight. And Calvert, he actually took the lead from Ronnie Hurst. As Hurst and Yarbrough head down the pit road, so does Welchel, Giberson, Youngblood. We're going to reset it. Third caution of the night so far on lap 20. So, are we going to reset here? See if they're going to go around one more time, or is this going to be it? Because there's some drivers coming off pit road right now. Yeah, going around one more time here. Then we're going to take the green flag. Ryan Fuchs, good to see him up there. He's that first car on that outside lane. All right, pace car off. Here we go. Getting ready to take this thing back to full speed. Great restart for the 43. That's going to launch him way up there in the front. As Robert Tibbs and Ryan Fuchs battling out here. Robert Tibbs, like he's going to take the number 2 spot. Slide up in front of the 15. 19 up to second. Ronnie Welchel on that outside line, can't get down. Oh, the 60 is Steve Giberson now 3 wide in the middle between the 88 and the 16. He backs out of it, now puts him down on the bottom. Now Youngblood, Sellers side by side, sending it down into turn number 1 with Yarbrough and Welchel. Brendan Brock trying to make some moves here on the outside of the 18 machine of Eric Johnson. And he's going to make that spot happen. Brendan Brock now up to the top 5. Back a little further, the 55 and the 16 battling side by side. As the 18 and the 88 and the 77, excuse me, tight to each other's door in the center of 1 and 2. And here is the points leader right now. Let's get on board with him. Ian Montrose. As he's looking underneath the 16, he can't. There's nothing he can do. He's got nowhere to go, so he's just gonna have to settle in here. Side by side with the 77 now, trying to make some spots happen. Nice and congested right here. As Terry Litweiler on the bottom trying to battle the 55 of Brian Zemer. Duncan Jones in the chat, welcome in. And we need to go up front. Drew Calvert leading the way by 7/10 of a second. Robert Tibbs, Ryan Fuchs nose to tail. Brandon Brock and John Mateo also nose to tail. So a little 4-car squad here. There's John Mateo there. Running in 5th. Eric Johnson trying to track him down though. This is not where the action is. Back here, the congestion area. Oh, this is you got the 22 and the 77 trying to make their way back up through the field. And trying to do it on the outside. As Montrose now underneath Hurst, trying to do something here. The 88 to the 55, that's Zemer and Sellers battling as well. Trying to get it figured out here. Montrose losing some spots now. Lost his momentum. Nope, he gained it all back. He actually kept the spot. I'm surprised. He was trending backwards there for a second. Montrose now looking low on the 88 of Sellers. Out of turn 4 across the start finish line. That's going to be lap 31 complete. '16 and the 22 having a really, really nice battle right here. A little further back The 94 and the 60 trying to do something here. That's Ed Ferry and Steve Giberson. And look up here, Drew Calvert's lead is diminishing. He's now a half a second, only a half a second ahead of Tibbs. Tibbs on the move. Tibbs is so good at tracks like this, it's ridiculous. He's just always consistent. And the thing that bites Tibbs are these either accidents, it's like a 50-50 shot. Either it's a pit road mistake or it's some type of accident. But he's leading Fuse here and Brock. Everybody's pretty much single filed out now. Montrose not quite in the top 10 yet, sitting just outside in 11th. And Aaron Sellers here. Take a look at that Sellers boy from Blue Ridge, Georgia. Guitar picking machine. Hopefully he can sing songs of victory tonight. Looking pretty fast right now. Carson Youngblood just kind of settled in 14th right now. As he's looking low at the 88, kind of forced his way in there underneath him. And James Greeny, he's sitting here in 9th place, having a nice run. Get on board here with James Greeny. There's Greeny there. Looks like he just got home from work. Up there on the big screen, having a good run. More or less committed to the bottom, which is good. It kind of saves your tires a little bit for the long run. And let's see who else we have here. Rob Hamilton. Get on board with him. As he's following, who is that? Not sure exactly who that is right there in front of him. Running 21st right now. Drew Calvert still leading the way. Kind of got his lead back just a little bit over Tibbs. Tibbs got Fuchs all over the back of him now. Montrose and Greeny battling here. Montrose going to grab the spot. That's going to put him up in 10th place. Brian Zimmer trying to grab that spot from the 25. Oh, James Greeny loose out of 2. Now that's going to put the 16 underneath him. And around he goes. And with the momentum the 16 just had, going to put him right back up to the back bumper of the 88. Terry Litweiler trying to make some moves happen. '25 and the 62 battling hard here. I thought the outside lane was going to start coming in here at the end of this run, but man, I just don't know. It seems like the bottom is still good, as James Greeny's able to hold on to it. Kind of goes up the track, has to check up just a little bit, as we've got a pass for the lead. Tibbs underneath the 43, Drew Calvert. They're battling back and forth. Tibbs wants it. Calvert kind of made a mistake there last lap. Got a little tight. That opened the door up for Robert Tibbs. Now he's settled back in. Will he be able to pull that gap back? Should be pitting here within a lap or just a few laps. Fuel window's only about 30 laps or so. Here goes Tibbs back on the inside. Oh, they get together. The leaders get together. Robert Tibbs, Drew Calvert. Drew Calvert had to slow it down. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate there between the two. We're going to take a look at it. I've got to find it here. Here we go. Robert Tibbs looking low on Drew Calvert. Oh, Robert Tibbs comes out of the grass, goes straight up and gets into Drew Calvert. Bad luck there for Calvert. Anyway, he's down pit road right now. Getting his service. So is Robert Tibbs. So that's going to put Brandon Brock out in the front. Black flag served for John Mateo. It's Brandon Brock down pit road now. That's going to put Ronnie Hurst back up in the lead with Montrose in second. Points are very important here, especially as close as they are. Man, I'm a ton better. Appreciate that slap and tickle. Green flag pit stop, easy on the brakes, boys. That's right. You know how we do it around here. We send it or we end it. Ronnie Hurst still in the lead right now. Eric Johnson, Rob Hamilton down pit road. There's Rob Hamilton, Kyle Barrington. Looks like Robert Day also down pit road. Ronnie Hurst, he last pitted on lap 20. Actually, the top 16, believe it or not. The top 16 as of right now, last pitted on lap 20 to 21. So they can go quite a bit further, probably around lap 60 something. You know it, you know it. Montrose getting close. Seamer battling with Yarbrough here side by side. This is for third place as of now. Kel Peterson down pit road. 77 with the momentum on the high side. And up to third place goes Yarbrough. Pass for the lead, but Ronnie Hurst. Man, Montrose drove that sucker down pit road and actually made the pass on Ronnie Hurst before they even come to the commitment cone. How about that? Josh Yarbrough out to the lead now. Sellers in second. Now Yarbrough down pit road. He's going in there pretty fast. Got to slow it down there. 45 miles per hour is the speed that you needs to be. Tim Freet now down pit road. And once it cycles out, as of now, Brandon Brock should take over the lead. He's got Ryan Fuchs all over the back of him. Ian Montrose, look at the bottom left hand of your screen. Ian Montrose being served with a black flag penalty. Or speeding in the pits, looks like. And with the trend of this race going long green flag now that everybody's kind of spread out, that's really going to put him behind the 8 ball, so to speak. Now that everything's cycling out here, Jeff Trapasso having a good run as he's trying to catch the 55 and the 77. Yeah, it was, he definitely got an E for effort. But being busted with a speeding penalty doesn't make it worth it. Yes, Robert Tibbs trying to come back up through the field. Once again, looks like about 4.8 seconds back now. Eric Johnson is there, though, in the wake of the 19. Take a look at the best battles. Oh, well, can't see that. Best battles on track right now is within a tenth. That's Litweiler and Yarbrough right now. Now Zemer and Litweiler battling it out. It's just a little gaggle right here. Terry kind of lost a little ground there out of 4. Gave the spot back up to the 77. Now he's got to battle all back over again. Let's check out Montrose now. He's being scored 25th. 1 lap down. So if a caution comes out, I think he's sitting good. He is the lucky dog right now if the caution comes out. Actually, it's DeVale and Freak. Looks like, yeah, that's right. Brandon Brocknell's got one heck of a gap, 0.7 of a second over Ryan Fuchs now. Eric Johnson now up to 3rd, making the pass on Tibbs. So we're gonna see who's saving, who's not, who's gonna stay out a little bit longer. Things are starting to get a little bit tighter around these parts here. Josh Yarbrough leading the way on that little brigade of cars. That's Cody Siegel-Oliver just behind him, and he's got Carson Youngblood trying to sneak to the inside of the 13. Cody's going to let him have it, I do believe. Carson up to 7th place. Back up front, lead is kind of diminished a little bit between the 3 and the 15. James Greeny battling with Kyle Barrington. And the 47 of Sean Wilson. Carson Youngblood moved up into 6th position, passing a 77 machine. And things are starting to get spread out now. Brian Zemer, Cody Siegel-Oliver battling here. His 55 gets around him. Ronnie Welchel, nice and gapped between John Mateo and Rob Hamilton. Hill Peterson, Jordan Massey side by side. But don't look, just behind them is, well, it's the leader. Pit stops happening for Ed Theory. See, just behind them, Brandon Brock on the move. Right along here with Brandon Brock. Look at that graph on the left. Highest P1, lowest P25. He's led 18 laps so far tonight. But looks like he got fuel the first two stops, then got 4 tires. Definitely got some pace tonight. And Fuchsia half second back, trying to chase down the leader. Lap times pretty consistent here in the top 4. Brock, Fuchsia, Hurst, and Johnson running identical lap times here with just a couple of hundredths separating them. But the fastest last time by, Ronnie Hurst. As Ronnie just takes over the 3rd spot here. Carson Youngblood. Looks like he let the 77 back by him once again. Now Yarbrough to the back of the 18 and looking for some clean air. Side by side, 77, 18. Coming out of turn 2. Nice battle going on here, but that's going to bring the 16 right up to him. And the 16 is going to have a decision to make here. Who are we going to go with? Who are we going to push? Looks like he's going to take the high side over at the 77. With the push to the 18 now, that's going to put the 18 with the momentum going into turn number 1. Oh, is the 16 going to try to send it? Carson Youngblood made the pass happen on the 77 and was looking to make it 3 wide. He backed out a little bit. Eric Johnson, Carson Youngblood touching doors here. Eric Johnson in the wall just a little bit, still in the wall a little bit. Carson Youngblood trying to battle back on the inside. Oh, Carson squeezes up in between the 18 and the 77. What a battle here, folks. What a battle. And this is all going on inside the top 5. Now look at the 77. He's going to try to make it 3 wide here. Now looking under, Ryan Fuchs down pit road, pitting from 2nd place. Terry Litweiler also pitting. Carson Youngblood able to make it by the 18. Now the 18's got the 77 pressuring him. That's going to bring the 55 up into the mix. They got to get it figured out here, though. Pit stops are happening. Brandon Brock down pit road. That's going to put Ronnie Hurst up into the top spot. Great battle going on here. I really don't want to get off of it. Because now Aaron Sellers he's now brought up into the fight. Now he's to the back of these guys. As it goes underneath the 55 now. Black flags being served for James Greeny. On board here with Aaron Sellers. He's got the 55 of Zimmer to the outside. He's going to move up. John Mateo off track. Now he's trying to make a move on the high side for the 18. Gets in the throttle early. He's going to get it. Carson Youngblood now taking the lead as Ronnie Hurst and Eric Johnson just dive off onto pit road. Carson out front now with the 77 trailing behind. Appreciate everybody in the chat joining me tonight in this fantastic show we're having. Josh Yarbrough, Brian Zimmer down pit road. He's going to put Aaron Sellers up to 2nd. Ronnie Welch will now being scored in 3rd. They're going to pit here soon. It's been exactly 30 laps since Ronnie Welch was pitted. Carson Youngblood in. Aaron Sellers in. That's going to put Ronnie Welch in the lead. It's going to go around one more time. And Brandon Brock, he's going to have one heck of a lead here. He had a really good pit stop time. 41-second total time from the time he crossed cone to cone. Pretty impressive. Everybody else in the 42 to 45 range. So once it's all cycled through, he should have about, I'd say, at least a 3-second gap or so between him and Fuchs. As Tim Freet's still out for now, but don't look yet. Brandon Brock, he's there. Oh, Brandon Brock goes right through the middle. Right as we went to the tailgate. Brandon Brock wasted no time. And check it out from the chopper cam. Talking about threading the needle there between the 66 and the 1. Jeez Louise, all that for the lead. If he'd have slowed up, I mean, he'd have lost all this pace that he had. Or all the gap, I mean. So Brandon Brock back out in front. Johnson, Yarbrough here battling. Or not Johnson and Yarbrough. Johnson and Carson Youngblood just had a battle there. Quick. Charles Wilson down pit road. Tim Freet. The 22's creeping up to the back of the 15. That's going to be a battle for second here shortly. Looks like we've got pretty consistent lap times here with the top three. They all ran exactly 30.93 last time by. Robert Tibbs being scored 18th, 1 lap down. And in the thick of things too. Off track for Robert Tibbs is go through the grass. And Josh Yarbrough, something wrong with Josh Yarbrough. He's got a meatball flag there, a repair flag. Something happened to Yarbrough. Not sure exactly what. We'll see if we can't find it here. And like I said, once it all cycled through, a little over 3-second gap now between Brandon Brock and Ryan Fuchs. Carson Youngblood up into second place. He's got some clean air for now. See if we can't run down Brandon Brock. Meanwhile, the 22 and the 18 battling really, really hard here. 22 able to get around. Brandon Brock looks like he's running fast times, but Carson Youngblood seems to be about 1/10.5 faster. The last 2 laps, we're going to take a look here at the fastest 5 for 5. Montrose fastest car right now by over 1/10 on a 5-lap average, and you can see Brandon Brock's not even in the top 5 of the fastest 5. This is a battle for position here. Between Rob Hamilton and Steve Giverson, and they're up there with the leader. As Rob Hamilton goes around the leader. That's going to put him back on the lead lap for now. Steve Giverson going to try his luck as well. The battle shaping up here between the 55 and the 88. Sellers is a 10th faster per lap faster than Brian Zemer, so he should be able to get to him here within at least this lap. He's there. We're going to see if he can make the move. As we've got just a handful of laps to go. Zemer battling with Fuchs here. That's going to bring the 88 right up to the mix. And that's for position. Wilson's there as well. Youngblood really closed in that gap for Brandon Brock now, right at 2 seconds. You can see they're on the same straightaway now. But he's also got Hurst and Johnson in tow. So got to pick up the pace. As Brandon Brock's heavy in traffic right now. Still been in traffic. Actually, these guys, those two guys behind him, have been behind him for the last 10 laps. I know he's not happy. And see, now he's slowing up, letting them by. Now we just lost 2, 3, 4 tenths now from Carson Youngblood. Carson's on the move now. .3 seconds now separates the two. And look at all the lap traffic Brandon Brock's got in front of him. He's having to slow up because if he speeds up and runs the pace he was running, they're going to get to him. Carson Youngblood, a half a second lap faster than Brandon Brock. Brandon Brock's in a not so great situation here, as we've only got 5 laps remaining here. And less than a second between Youngblood and Brock. Don't think it's going to happen. Zemer and Sellers still nose to tail. No other real battles on track. I mean, all this is right here in front of the leader. As Rob Hamilton and the 62 of Welchel get tangled up here, and they go side by side. Don't look yet. Almost a half a second gap between the two now, between Brock and Youngblood. Will Carson be able to find the speed he needs to get to Brandon Brock? It's going to come down to the wire here. Still a half a second. Brandon Brock has used his stuff up. 3/10. Now Brock trying to break the draft. A white flag in the air. One more time around for Brandon Brock. 2/10 now separate the top two. Carson's going to have to send it here. This is the last opportunity he's got. Not enough time for Carson. Coming out of turn number 4. Victory tonight is being celebrated by Brandon Brock. How about that? Great race. Last yellow flag was at lap 18 or 19 and went green the rest of the way. Brandon Brock coming around to grab those tires, and let's do some donuts here. Whip her around. I wouldn't say not just one truck was just outright dominant. It was just a nice competition between these guys, and pit strategy prevailed here for the 3 of Brandon Brock. All right, let's take a look here at the finish results for tonight's race. Brandon Brock led 49 laps here, bringing it home in the number 1 spot, followed by Carson Youngblood in second, Ronnie Hurst in third, Eric Johnson bringing it home in fourth with Brian Seymour fifth, Aaron Sellers in sixth with Ryan Fuchs seventh, Terry Litweiler 8th, Sean Wilson in 9th. Great run, Sean, and great run, Cody Siegel-Oliver bringing it home in 10th. Blair Jolie 11th, Drew Calvert 12th, David Vodicka in 13th, followed by Jeff Trapasso 14th, Steve Giberson 15th, Rob Hamilton 16th, Ronnie Welchel in 17th, Robert Tibbs 18th, Cale Peterson 19th, and Jordan Massey 20th. Pole position, of course, goes to Eric Johnson. Fastest lap, Eric Johnson. Most laps led, Brandon Brock. Hard Charger Award goes to Carson Youngblood. And 3 cautions for 9 laps and 11 green flag lead changers. How about that? Can't beat that. So, with that being said, let's see if we can't pull in our 3rd place finisher tonight. Ronnie Hurst, glad to have in the booth. You got me.
What up, big man?
Man, nice run tonight. You had a pretty dominant car for the most part.
Yeah, it felt good all night. It did. I think I probably was a little too patient, I guess. But I mean, at the end though, when Carson passed me and Eric was on me, and I really at that point I was giving it everything I had, and I couldn't really gain any ground, but I wasn't losing any either. So I feel like it just kind of was what it was.
Oh yeah. I mean, just really with the pit stop cycles, it's kind of put you where you were. I wouldn't say that there was one blatantly dominant truck tonight. It was, I was watching lap times and everybody was pretty evenly matched through the entirety of the runs during the green flag stops. But
yeah, I was talking to Ian, just before you pulled me up, and the fall off. I'm not saying it wasn't a lot, but it was the same, and it didn't take a long time to get there. So Josh and I were kind of playing the fuel strategy thing early, and once a couple cautions happened, it kind of took that out of the equation. I mean, there was that point where everybody pitted and we were out for an extra, I don't know, maybe 8 laps, something
right.
like that. But at the end of the day, it got back around to where that window opened up at like 30 and people started going in, and I was like, well, I'm going to go in the next couple laps because saving it is not going to benefit us, So, we kind of landed probably where we should have been.
Well, a good overall night for you here for the points. So, led some laps. It's really going to help you.
Yeah, I had a rough last couple of weeks. Got caught up in someone else's wreck a couple weeks ago, and then guy came down on me last week. Took me out. So just a little bad fortune, but this was a good bounce back. I'll take it.
All right, buddy. Well, if you got any shout-outs, we'll get those, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, man, let's go over these league sponsors: Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Auto America Grand Island, Sarda Simmons Betting, Hula Row by Tammy T-Lit, Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Obviously, my boys, J&M Group Industrial Services, put them on my truck. Love them guys. That's my fam. My teammate, Josh. Love him. Where did Josh finish up? He finished up
way down there. Something happened. He had a meatball flag, finished 31st.
Oh, yeah. I have to talk to him about that. I didn't realize he felt obviously something happened because, Josh is steady Eddie in this league. So something went down. Uncle James, appreciate him watching every week. He's watching right now. He knows, like I always say, he knows the racers. He loves this league. He loves watching. So thanks, Uncle James. Love you, brother. You, Adam, do a great job in the booth. Look forward to watching it back every week. Eric, Mark, admins, all the admins, they do a great job and appreciate everything they do. And yeah, man.
Fantastic shout-outs. Fantastic shout-outs as always. And appreciate you giving me the honor to interview you. So.
No, man. My honor's mine, brother.
All right, man. We'll take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Do the same. Later.
All right, let's talk to the guy here that just didn't have enough time. He had the truck, just didn't have enough time here to make it happen. Carson, what's going on?
What's going on, Adam? How are you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How about you?
I will say this. This is one of the few times I will be happy with a second place finish that close. I smacked the wall on about lap 30 or 40, and I had a minute and a half of wheel damage. So I was just trying to salvage everything I could out of that race, and then it ended up I had a shot for it at the end. So happy with that, but I'm just happy to salvage a top 10 out of it because I thought my race was over for a while.
Yeah. With that minute and a half of damage, just kind of put you behind the 8 ball there. But I don't know how you recovered, man. But good, solid night, and got the Hard Charger Award tonight. Up 24 spots from the starting spot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Eric's got me starting last in every one of these races. So
yeah, well, when you're good, you're good.
Makes it hard for me, but. Yeah, that should, if my math is right, it usually isn't, but that should keep me in second or first in the point standings, so that's good. I'll get a win eventually. I'm hoping I can get one of these days. We've been fast, but not enough speed for a win, or not the right situation for a win. The speed's been there. That's
right. I'm a little bit surprised that you have not visited Victory Lane here in Season 4, if we're just talking amongst ourselves. So. Yeah,
I don't know. It'll come. I just feel like some stuff is not worked out my way, but the speed's definitely been there, so you got to be happy with that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. All right, Carson, if you got any shout-outs, we'll get those, and we'll send you on your way, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for putting this broadcast on. You do a great job.
Thank you,
Thanks to the Lord for everything he does for me, blessing me with the talent and ability to drive race cars, and giving me a platform to glorify his name. my sponsors, Youngblood Racing, the Dickerson Group, Youngblood Upholstery, Cutting Corners Podcast. That's been going pretty well. All the Outcast sponsors, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, Uluro, Pinnacle Wraps, just everyone that helps put this league on, because this is some of the best racing on iRacing you'll find anywhere. And yeah, just everyone watching who makes this happen. Thank you, guys.
Amen. All right, buddy. We'll get out of here, and yeah, good shout outs, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you later.
All right, without further ado, let's get this guy in here that I wouldn't say he was the most dominant truck tonight, but yeah, he prevailed somehow through good pit stop strategies and solid positions on the track. Brandon Brock, glad to have the booth. You got me.
Oh yeah.
You had a good solid night.
Yeah,
Just
I would say.
just kind of worked your way up through the front, and then once you cycled up to the lead, you kind of kept it there. Really, really good execution on pit road. I was looking at your total pit stop times, and you were at least 1 second to 2 seconds faster than Ryan Fuchs there, which really ultimately gave you a really good lead to kind of just do your thing.
Start of the night was a little rough. I completely screwed up qualifying. I just pushed up in 3 and 4 on my second lap, and on the start was a little shaky. We had we topped off on that one early caution, and then they just stacked up in front of us. I'm not quite sure what happened there yet. We'll have to look at it, but there wasn't too much damage there, so we just kind of tried to slowly work our way forward. And once we finally pitted for that first set of tires, it was kind of just off to the races after that. And luckily there was no cautions after that, so we kind of just saw how the strategies played out. And I think what really comes down to it for me is just I feel like learning from past mistakes. Like you just mentioned pit road. I'm usually terrible at that. I would either go through there too slow or slide through the box. There was always something, and yeah, it's and just not beating myself. I think I'm one of the kings of that here. So, man, love to see it. And I feel like I do pretty well here. I think last time we raced here, it was not quite wins, but we were right there. So I'm pretty confident around here.
Oh yeah, you did just fine. I don't know. It seems like these 1.5 miles, just they're your niche. So as long as you don't beat yourself, we usually find you up in victory lane.
Yeah, it's never easy here, is it? There's always somebody that's right there. Carson, yeah, he gave me a hell of a run there. For a while there on that last run, we were about 2 seconds ahead, and then there were some lap cars around me that were racing for position, so they don't have to move over or anything. They're racing too.
That's right.
And I think I don't know if Ronnie got on my spoiler or I just got loose on my own, but I kind of stepped out at one point and I just let him go. And then when I looked up, Carson was like 1.3 seconds back, and he just kept gaining. And on the last lap, he gave me a run for it. I was expecting a bump, not gonna lie, but I respect him. That was a hell of a race there. And I don't know what else to say. It's good run, good racing.
Yep.
Good.
I got something for you to say. How about get them sponsors? Thank them sponsors, and we'll send you on your way so you can go down there and gloat.
Right. Yeah. No golden horseshoe this time, right?
That's right.
So we got Auto America, Outcast Motorsports Network, Pinnacle Wraps, LuLaRoe, Jackie Jones, Half Moon Design, Sturtis Simmons, Outcast Custom Apparel, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, and all the viewers in the chat that were watching. We love to see it. Glad Dad for broadcasting this. You do a great job behind the scenes, making the broadcast look great. And I used to say this all the time, and I kind of went away from it. Support your local short track. It's that time of year. Get out there.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, short tracks happening everywhere right now. Everybody's doing it. So,
dirt, pavement, whatever you're into, find one. Go.
Yep, that's right. All right, Brandon. We'll appreciate you winning, and it's an honor to talk to you as always. And we'll talk to you later.
See you Thursday.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. All right, folks, that was Ronnie Hurst in third, Carson Youngblood second, and Brandon Brock in first. Anyway, we're going to be Thursday night. We're coming back here for the Gen 6 Legendary. It's going to be a legendary race. It's going to be super fun. So you definitely do not want to miss that. I can promise you that. But anyway, folks, I want to go ahead and get these sponsors out of the way. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, the title sponsor for the Truck Series. LuLaRoe by Tammy, Sturtis Simmons Betting, Jackie Jones, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Pinnacle Wraps, Auto America, Outcast Custom Apparel, Half Moon Designs, and a new sponsor here for the Outcast League is D Hall Construction. Appreciate Dalton Hall coming on as a sponsor for us, which ultimately helps us do the thing each and every week. So, yeah, shout out to those guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat supporting the Outcasts guys each and every week. Love it, appreciate it, and keeping me busy reading all these comments. So can't do it without you guys. And yeah, we'll be back Thursday. This is Glad Dad reminding you to stay fast, stay clean, and as always, it's okay to be an outcast. We'll catch you guys Thursday. Take it easy.